Hi. My story that I have to share is probably about one of the most significant people in my life, and that's my mother, Norma Jean Weibel Bredeson. She has always been an inspiration in my life, and she always tells us, our family, some great stories. And when I say always tells us, I mean she always tells us, and they're usually the same stories. And we've even developed a sign for when she starts telling us one of these stories that we've heard a million times. We all do this, and she knows that means we've heard it before. But we say, she goes, well, you're going to hear it again. So here we go. And in one of her stories that she tells us about, her claims to fame, she likes to call them, she went to, I believe she went to hear Amelia Earhart speak or see her. And when they were driving home, they went to get some gas, and she ended up being in the car in front of them, and she got out and Mom waved to her and she waved back. So that's her claim to Amelia Earhart. She was in the airport once, and she heard this great voice, and she recognized it immediately as the man who played the Wizard of Oz in the movie, and so she met him. She heard Frank Lloyd Wright speak during her college days. Can't remember some of the other. She has infinitely more stories, which I'm sure she could tell you about the famous people, why she's famous, her claims to fame. The other one is that she likes to tell quite a bit is when she was one of her friends got shingles, and she didn't know much about it then. It wasn't talked about much. She'd heard of it, but not much. So she decided that because more people need to know about this because it's a hard thing. So she wrote an article with the paper and put it in the paper about it, and she swears to this day that ever since she wrote that article, Walgreens started popping up with signs saying shingles shots, and articles and news stories on the TV about shingles and the effects of shingles on you. And so she has said that she is the one who discovered that. And I think the story now is close to the fact that she actually discovered shingles, which is just a little variation on the truth, which my mother is also famous for. Let's see. The other story I like to tell about is that she was a courageous and hardworking mother. She raised 5 kids, 3 girls and 2 boys on her own, and did a great job of it. Well, I don't know, my one sister, she might not. No, that's another story. Anyway, but one of the parts that we did when we were little, my brother and I were the youngest, my 3 sisters were part of the Girl Scouts, and my mother was the Girl Scout leader. So of course, my brother and I got dragged to all the Girl Scout meetings and Girl Scout troop activities. We'd go to camping and the crafts and do all these things, and we learned all the Girl Scout songs, so we always knew Girl Scout songs. And where'd you learn that? Oh, I learned that in Girl Scouts. And so my brother and I were official Girl Scout members. My mom, she's a kick in the pants. She has written books, she has directed shows, she's been acted in shows. She was really involved with the county schools office, and she just is an amazing, incredible person. She's 88, and she always tells me, I'm still perking, and that's my mom. She's going to perk along for quite a long time, I'm sure. Thank you.